Okay, here we go. Here you go. Determine the value to complete the square. So Miranda, this is something you should know. It takes 30 seconds to do it. If you have a calculator out, you got to look at the Zoom. The Zoom is where you see the question. I'm sharing my screen, so you should be able to see. What? I would hope you could even do this in your head. We did it, yeah. You were so good yesterday at it. 4, 3, 2. In order to complete the square, get the middle term. Okay, which is this 16x, but without the x. Well, you cut it in half and then you square it. What's half of 16, Miranda? Half of 16 is 8. What's 8 squared? 64. Do you think that should have taken longer than 30 seconds, Miranda? No way, Jose. All right, here we go, Mo. Ooh, see now this one might take a little longer. What's the radius? But now you have 90 seconds. Miranda, split the screen. Here, I'll show you how to split. I'll show you how to split your screen. Look, see what type of friend Angel is. He doesn't even.
Hey, coach, can I quit on this one?
I don't know, Barry. You do what you want, man. It's your score. It's not that hard. At least you already have all the terms on one side, like with the variables. So the only thing you really got to do here is complete the square and add it to both sides, and then square root. Anybody else not know how to split your screen? You don't know how to split screen? You go with the Windows here, and then this one here, Windows there, and now you can answer here and look at the question here. Lana, you're good. You have it split. Okay. Katie, nice kicks today. Looking fresh. All right, 4 people got this one right, so let's go over it real quick. If you get this 4, cut it in half, is 2, and you square it, you get 4. 4. Okay, so far we're getting this 16 and adding 4 to it. What's 16 plus 4? 20. If you get this -8 and cut it in half, we get -4. If you square it, you get 16, but you're adding it over here too. Now we had already gone up to 20. Now we're up to 16 more. Don't need him, Miranda. What's 20 plus 16? 36. So I'm getting a 36 here. Oh, look at that. I would have made that one of the choices. But we're not. That 36 is not the radius. That 36 is radius squared. So you got to square root it. So therefore we get 6. So 4 of you got that one. My man Mo with a lightning answer. Good job, Jason. Density. So they're giving you the density. They're giving you the mass. What is the volume? We did one like this yesterday. They're giving you the density, yeah. And see, and this is where if you're a good test taker, you can even just look at the answer choices, and I already know what the answer is going to be just by looking at the choices. But I'm still going to show you how to do it. Hey, Yannick, welcome, man. We missed you, dude. The code is at the bottom of the screen. Ooh, nobody got this right. So here we go. Then this one we're gonna diagram.
I ran out of time. It was
All right. So just real
658
quick,
something.
look. And this is not. It's not so much for my class, but like if you're ever gonna take an SAT or something, what's the one answer that you know that it can't be? Like, where just you look at it in half a second, you know it can't be.
A.
The green one. The green one. You should know it's not the green one. Why? Because they want to know what is the volume. And look at the unit. It's grams. That's a mass. So you know it can't even be that. So we're looking at only milliliters. But then, all right. But then look at the number. 90.4. Look at the other number that ended up being the answer, 90.4. So the reason for putting that gram one there is to use as a distractor if the unit got you wrong. So like assuming you got the right answer, 90.4, but you weren't paying attention to the unit, that would lead you to put grams. Did you understand what I'm saying? You know how they always put like two answers that are close to each other? Now look at that. Those are the only two that match, but one of them is milliliters and one of them is not. So like if I were to guess, if I were to be a good guesser, my guess would have been that gold one. But let's show you the work. They're already giving you the density, which is 2.7. Okay? And we know that density is some type of measurement, which in this case is mass, over either area or volume, which here is volume. Yesterday what we did is we made this over 1 to make it a proportion. If you cross multiply, 2.7 V is equal to 244. So what you're doing is getting 244 and dividing it by 2.7, which gives you 90.4. Any questions there? All right, I'm hoping to finish, but I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna finish the whole Kahoot, but we kind of started late. We'll see how many we can do. Nobody got that one. Write an equation for the circle in standard form. Okay, these should be pretty easy. 30 seconds. Just look for the center. Look for count the radius. But be careful. Look at what they're counting by. Look at the units. Nobody. So, see, maybe this one was a little bit too fast, but watch. This is where it just helps to use mental math and not have to like write everything down or use the calculator. Where's the center at? The center is at 0, 3, so I'm looking for no parentheses on the x. I'm looking for a y minus 3. Look, that took me 5 seconds to realize. Okay, now maybe the tricky part here was, see, if you're only counting boxes, you're counting 6 boxes, but really, look at the units. We're counting by half a unit. So really, if the center is at 3, and like going up here, now we're at 6. How many units is that? How far is 3 away from 6? 3. What's 3 squared? 9. So I did that all in my head, and so I'm looking for the x with no parentheses, a y minus 3, and then a 9 on the other side. And that's the one here in gold. Okay, so what this is asking you now is if you were completing the square and you already got this 64, what would it look like in the parentheses? What would end up being in the parentheses? We went over this. They have already completed the square for you. That 16 over 2 squared, they've already done it for you. They want to know is what it would look like in parentheses. We did it the first day. All right, not bad. Not bad. Oh, I don't need this. So Miranda, look, see this middle term? They have already done 16 over 2 squared, right? And 16 divided by 2 is 8. 8 squared is 64. So like that's where they got the 64. So we don't have to worry about getting the 64. But now in parentheses, we know we're going to have the x because that's the variable. And I just told you to look in the little bubble. What's 16 divided by 2? Positive 8. X plus 8 squared. All right. So there's more questions where that came from. Ooh, Mohammed. Oh, here comes Lana. Complete the square to determine the center and the radius. Also, here we're doing everything. So we're writing the equation. 90 seconds. Whole equation. All right. So 7 of you got this one right. So I'm gonna just move on to the next one. I'm gonna assume we know how to do this. Cut the 2 in half and square it. That gives you 1. Cut the 8 in half and square it. That gave you 16. So we're adding 17 to the other side. That gives us 4. So we should have a 4 on the other side. And on the left side, it was when you cut the 2 in half, it gave you 1. So we're looking for an x minus 1. And when you cut the 8 in half, that gave you 4. So we're looking. That's wrong. I hate it when they do that. That's wrong. That answer's wrong. Actually, no, it's right. It's right. It's right. It's right. It's right. It's right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It is right. It is right. Yeah, I'm sorry. I got the signs wrong. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. You're right because it was positive. I said minus 1, but you're right. It is positive 1 and it is positive 4. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to scare anybody. You okay? Sorry. You're right. Write an equation of a circle. Oh, these were the ones that you bombed on the. Look, they're even drawing a nice picture for you so you can visualize it. We need midpoint formula. We need distance formula, and then cut it in half. Okay, so let's go over this one just for the sake of the fact that we messed it up so much in the past. In order to find the center, its midpoint, we're going to add the x's. So 4 plus negative 6 is negative 2, but then we divide it by 2, so that gives me a negative 1. We're going to add the y's. 7 and negative 1 is 6, but you divide it by 2, that gives you 3. So we're looking for an x plus 1. So far we got an x plus 1 squared. And then we have a y minus 3 squared. Now the only thing left to do is find the radius. That's where it gets a little bit more tricky because it's a longer formula. We have to find the diameter and cut it in half. In this case now we're going to subtract the x's, which gives us negative 10, plus we're going to subtract the y's, 7, and then this becomes a plus 1, it becomes a positive, and squared, that's 8 squared. So I have negative 10 squared, which gives me 100, plus 8 squared, which gives me 64. So my diameter is the square root of 164. But that's my diameter. I need the radius. The radius is going to be half of that. But then since I have to put it in the equation, I'm going to square that anyways. What does the square do to the 164?
Get rid of the radical.
It gets rid of it, but then I have to square the 2, which gives me a 4. What's 164 divided by 4? Is it 41?
41, yeah.
41, okay. So I'm looking at a 41 as being my radius, right? But when I put it in, I have to square it. And so that should be a pretty big number, like 16 something. Please tell me that that was there. Oops. Oh, they got it wrong. Son of a... Oh, actually, no, I'm sorry, no, I already squared it, JK, it was 41. I'm having a bad morning. I forgot, you're right, I already squared it, yes.
But can't you find the diameter, try to find the radius first and then do the rest? You can do that way too, right?
Well, I guess technically that brings up, Ferris is saying, can I just find the radius? Well, yes, since I found the center, let's go back to the media. Since I already found the center, here, then yes, actually, then, and maybe that might be easier. The center ended up being what, negative 1, comma, 3?
3.
Yeah,
3,
so
yeah.
if you want, then you can just do distance formula with these two. Yeah, that might even be, you know what, I'm going to start doing it that way. Thank you, Ferris. We'll try it that way. See if that makes more sense. Yes, ma'am. 7 plus negative 1, if you add the y's, is 6. 6 divided by 2 is 3. No caps. Oh, man, I'm having a bad morning today. I'm all over the place. Mohammed, estás en fuego. Find the center. So now we're just looking for the center here. Find the center. All right, only 2 this time. Let's go over it. If I you can group them, but really all I'm focused on are these, right? Because because this negative 5 is going to get out of the way. So if I look at the 4 and the negative 8, all right, if I cut the 4 in half for the x's, well, the whole squaring part is just really so that we know what's going to end up on this other side. So I really just got to focus on what's 4 divided by 2? 2. So that means that for the x's, it would end up being x plus 2 squared. Okay, for the y's, hold on, we'll get there, Mama. What's negative 8 divided by 2? Negative 8 divided by 2 is negative 4. Negative 4. So there should be a negative 4 here. And if you see this, what's the center end up being? This is where you change the signs. So we would have negative 2, positive 4. Questions? I think that should have been like a 60-second question, not a 90. Ooh, take that, Mohammed. What does population density measure? Ooh, I like this question. What is population density? Good. It is not the amount of land, because that's area. It is not the area of a country. It is not the number of people in a country. It's how crowded. If you get the amount of people and divide it by how much space we have for those people, that's going to tell you how crowded it is. Oh, Lana and Mohammed are throwing haymakers at each other. They're going at it. Find the radius. It should be a simple one. It should have been like a 15-second problem. Shouldn't need a calculator for this. No, you do not need one. Come on. You're not going to have time. Got it wrong. Oh, actually, I'm not sure. I can't see what color you put. Everybody got it. Good. If they would have asked you for the center, where's the center at? Yeah, the center will be 0, 0. So are you looking at the other side? What's the square root of 49? 7. No cap and no calculator. And Jason's being a little sneaky guy there in third place. He's right waiting to pounce. What is the equation of the circle? Okay, pretty good. Obviously, the center there was at 0, 0, so we're not looking for any parentheses. And then the radius is 1. What's 1 squared? 1. So we're looking for y. Now they put the y before the x, but that's fine. Addition is commutative. The order doesn't matter with addition. It doesn't matter if the x come next. Oh, and Miranda. All right. I see you, Miranda. Ooh, this should be a 90-second one. 60. Oof. Find the. All right. So they're giving you the center. Actually, yeah, I like 60. 60 is good for this one. The circumference is 16 pi. If they give us the center, what's the only thing we're missing? Radius. How do we turn a circumference into a radius? What's a quick way to turn a circumference to a radius?
Pi r square. Pi r square.
No, you crazy boy. Pi r squared is area. What's a quick way to turn a circumference to an area? Into a radius.
2 pi r. 2 pi r.
Well, divide by 2 pi. If you divide by 2 pi, that's going to give you the radius. The pi's cancel, so my radius is 8. Once I square 8, what's 8 squared? It is 64. In the center, I already knew, so I'm looking for an x minus 3 and then a y plus 3. And that's why it was the blue. Ooh, Miranda. She's coming for you. Oh, is the exact same question? All right. I know probably a lot of people did, but it's not. Yes. Population density is a ratio where you are comparing people to area. Sorry, you can't see the pink there that well. But you're comparing people to area. It's not a measure of people. It's not a measure, but some of you guys just said all the answers and you just guessed. That was a poor guess. Ooh, Mohammed. Mohammed is holding off Lana. Okay. So here they're giving you the center. Now they're giving you a point. So this is kind of like what Ferris described. They're giving you a point. They're giving you a center. All right, let's go over this one. So they're giving us the center. So look, just by the center, we already know that we should be looking for x minus 4 in the parentheses and then plus y plus 1. That part's already, I mean, that's simple, right? But we need to find this radius. Now, as Ferris suggested, whether, and I'm kind of regretting, I wish I would have taught it this way. Like in this case, they're already giving you the center, but even if you would have had to find the center, once you know the center, now just put those points into distance formula. So 1 minus 4 is when you subtract the x's. Negative 5 plus 1, because you got to change the sign of the second one, squared. R is going to be negative 3 squared, which is 9. Negative 4 squared, which is 16. 9 plus 16 is 25. What's the square root of 25? 5. But then when I put that 5 back into the equation, I got to square it. So that's going to give me 25. So I guess to throw you off, they just put the 25 on this side. But we have a 25. We have an x minus 4, like we said we were going to have. And we have a y plus 1 also. How you doing there, Yannick? We're just doing a Yannick check, see if Yannick is there. I'm not sure if you're answering questions or not, but just want to see if you're there.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. Lana. More density, easy one. Calculator, quick. They're giving you a mass, they're giving you a volume. What's the density? You're doing this in chemistry? Good. Yeah, you should get it right. I don't know what these two people put. They divided it backwards. Remember, the volume goes on the bottom. 125 divided by 200 is 0.625. You could even tell by the unit. Grams should be on top divided by milliliters. Grams divided by milliliters. If you did it backwards, it would have been milliliters over grams. Ooh, it's close though. Write the equation for the circle below if it shifted 3 units to the right and 2 units up. Now remember, if you learned this first semester, if you're shifting, if you're translating, the radius is not changing. It's just the center that's changing. Alright, not bad, but a lot of people didn't answer here. What's the radius? What's the radius there? 5, right? That's not going to change. If you slide that circle around, the radius is not going to change. And what's 5 squared? 25. So, Caden, I'm looking for an equation that has a 25 on the other side. There's only 2 of those. That's not going to change. And if the center, oh, wait, what did it say? I think it said, what, 3 and then 4 up? So if the center became here, what should I see on the left side? On the left side of the equal sign, what should I see? If the center is now here, the 3 to the right and 4 up. Now, x minus 3, x, and then y minus 4. And then y minus 4. X minus 3, y minus 4, and there's your 25. Oh, Miranda, Angel's coming for you. Ooh, more density. Yep, they're giving you the D, they're giving you the area. Figure out what number gets divided with what. You did it backwards?
I think I did it backwards again. No, I mean, not again, but like, I just did
Yes,
it
it's the measurement. Here we're measuring deer divided by either a volume or area. Square kilometers is an area. So 1270 divided by 830 is 1.53. Ooh, Angel. But it still looks like this is a Muhammad Lana thing. More density. These are going to be quick. They're giving you a population. They're giving you an area. This is a quick calculator problem. Check your zeros when you're typing them into the calculator. Okay, pretty good. 5 of you got it right. Population, which is 83 million, divided by 357,000. All right, Jason, you're slipping. All right, equation of a circle. It's graphed. You see the center clearly. Count the radius. Square it. Should be able to do this without any paper or calculator or dance moves. And you can't even hear the Kahoot music in your dancing. It's supposed to be like Halloween music. Good. All right, you guys did well on this one. Let's go to the next one. Ooh. Center, so this is going to be an equation one. Yep. Write the equation. And I'm glad I have this one so we can do it the way Ferris suggested. Actually, no, I can't. That's the endpoint ones. It's supposed to be Halloween themed, if you could hear the music. Kahoot is doing big things. Look at my what? Mhm. That's how it used to look when you guys would turn on your cameras, and I would just see like the top of Caden's head. All right. 3 people got it right. So at least the x's and y's are on the correct side. If I divide 8 by 2, I get 4. 4 squared is 16, so I know I'm adding 16 over here. If I divide negative 14 by 2, is negative 7, which is why Miranda was saying what's 7 squared, which is 49, so I'm adding 49 here. As far as the parentheses go, it's just what you're dividing by 2. 8 divided by 2 is positive 4, so you put that in there. Negative 14 divided by 2 is negative 7. So you're putting that in there. And then 24 plus 16 is 40, plus 49 is 89. There's your 89. There's your y minus 7. There's your x plus 4. Did you answer it in time, Miranda? Mohammed. Oh, but Lana's keeping up with you. Ooh. They're giving you the center. They're giving you the radius. Should be quick. Should be quick, 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 quick. You have everything you need. Pressure. Because he was too popular. Very good. So we'll move on. Everybody got it. Yep, this is a 2-horse race here. What is the radius? Oh, it should have been like a 10-second one. All they're asking you for is radius. Too much dancing, not enough thinking. Yep. The 3 is not the radius. The square root of 3 is. The number you see, you got to take a square root. Oh, we got it. Complete the square. So you're just doing it without the y's. Just pretend like the y's weren't there. Just do it with the x's only. You just guessed, Angel? You just feel it? You're feeling it? Hmm. Only 3 people got it right. So here, complete the square. We know that this 6 is going to come over. Hey, listen up. This 6 is going to come over here, right? If I divide this by 2, it's 6, and if I square it, I get 36. So I'm adding 36 over here. And this parentheses, 12 divided by 2 is 6, so it'd be x plus 6 squared. 6 and 36 is 42. Do the same thing, just but without the y being there. It's more of like an algebra 1 problem. Alright, Lana Mohammed. Write an equation in standard form. We maybe have about 3 questions left. They're giving you the center, they're giving you the radius. Just plop it in there. Ooh, that's not good. For the center, x plus 6, the y will be y plus 15. But I'm guessing if I went back and looked at this, the reason why most of you missed it is because when I put in the radius into an equation, what do I got to do before? You got to square it. And so when you square the square root, that gets rid of the square root. So that's just 5. You guys put the blue. Yep, I was right. You put the blue, which had the square root of 5. I think Mo's got it. This is a quick one. Just find the center. Should be like a 10-second problem. Kaden, who can do more push-ups, you or Sam? Probably him. All right, not bad. Yeah, should be just switch -2, +3. Somebody got it wrong. Hey, Miranda might be taking over second place soon. All right, this will be the last one. Last one right here. They only want the center. Just give me the center only.
Lovely. The last time your screen froze.
Only give el centro. So you don't really even care about what's going on the other side. You can ignore that 42. You basically oh, maybe we got time for one more. All you got to do is cut this -6 in half, which gives you a -3, and then but then you got okay. Let me write it. Yeah, this is the last one here. So see, if I cut this in half, then that gives me x minus 3 squared. If I cut this in half, this gives me y plus 7 squared. But that doesn't mean the center is -3, 7. Then you got to still change the signs. All right, and we can stop there. Let's see. Let's take a look at our winners. Winner, chicken dinner. All right. And Kaden was about to make a charge. All right, I will take a picture of the screen. Mohammed, you get 30 extra points on your on your assignment. Lana gets 20. Miranda gets 10. If you still get 100% on it, then it will go above 100, which acts as extra credit. Give me a break. Give me a break. Break me off a piece of those Kahoot points.